Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the Director and Founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. Today I want to talk about the interplay between domestic violence and an ultimate divorce case. There are two aspects of domestic violence. There's the one who's accused of domestic violence and the one who's victimized by domestic violence. Today I want to focus on the latter. The one who's accused of domestic violence has to get lawyers to mount a criminal defense. Let's talk about the one who's victimized by it. The one who's victimized by it has several things that he or she has to consider. First of all, if you are in a relationship that has culminated in domestic violence against you, you've really got to consider that that is a dangerous, toxic relationship, and you've got to develop an exit strategy. I've never seen a long-standing relationship that's healthy for both parties that's predicated on domestic violence. There really isn't any such thing. So I would think this: if you're in that kind of relationship, you really have to think about what's my strategy for getting out. If it's a marital relationship, you've got to contemplate getting divorced. Now, a lot of people say, well, I've been a victim of domestic violence. If I tried to leave the relationship, domestic violence will get worse. A lot of people make excuses for not moving forward in their life. They have a problem for every solution. You suggest that they separate because they're not married, but they don't have to leave. Then all of a sudden you'll hear all sorts of, well, if I separate, then how will I survive? How will I do this? How will I do that? If you're married and you suggest a divorce to someone who's being victimized, oh, well, it'll be worse, and he'll be more abusive, and he'll do this, and he'll do that. Again, a problem for every solution. You got to watch for that. You can't approach it that way. If you're a victim of domestic violence, that's a relationship that isn't working. Domestic violence ultimately doesn't work for anybody. So you have to develop an exit strategy, and the exit strategy is going to mean that you're in a marriage, you're filing for divorce, and you're separating your lives. You are removing that toxicity from your everyday life. And you don't need it. You don't need someone who has feelings for you to such a degree that they are brought to physical violence or mental abuse or some other thing that they are doing which is really ruining the quality of your life. So you just don't need that. You need to move on. And the best way to do that is you file in a marriage, you file for divorce. You get the court to order appropriate restraining orders to keep him or her away from you so that the domestic violence doesn't continue. Perhaps the court will order no contact orders in the domestic violence case or other injunctive relief designed to protect the parties. And you'll go through the business of dividing your assets, working out custody, parenting time support, and all that. And that's what really needs to be done. For every person who says, I can't get out of this relationship because the abuse will get worse, there's a zillion others who will say, I'm the survivor of an abusive relationship and I got out. There's plenty of people who get out. There's no excuse to stay in, really. The fact of the matter is that it won't cure itself, though. And therefore, if you went out, you've got to take the first step. And the first step may very well be consulting with a lawyer, telling them that you're the victim of domestic violence, but you're unsure of what to do. You're concerned about your safety. How's it going to go? And the knowledgeable, experienced lawyer will explain to you step by step of the process involved in getting divorced, all the while protecting you from further abuse. Now, if you have any questions about that, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.